Welcome to Linda's Cooking Creations. Today I'm going to make a keto version of Eggs Benedict. Now I'm going to cheat. Yesterday you got the good video for the Hollandaise Sauce and the poached eggs. I'll do the poached eggs again just in case you wasn't watching that one. Just in case. But today I'm going to cheat. I'm using a packaged Hollandaise Sauce. All I'm going to do is follow the directions for it. That's all. I'll be back after I get the sauce made, and I'll show you the poached eggs. Be back in a few. I'll give you an update on the sauce. The sauce is actually done, according to the packet. But, I don't go by the packet today. What I'm going to do, I'm going to add some cayenne pepper to it. Give it a little spice. An 1/8 teaspoon. And then all I gotta do is mix it in with my wire whisk. Because I'm in a spicy mood today. I get it mixed in real good. And the sauce is done. I'll be back for the poached eggs. Now, before I do the poached egg, I am going to do the base, which is going to be almost like a crepe. A crepe. Anyway, you're going to use 3 eggs, whole eggs. You just crack them in the bowl. And you'll be beating them with the whisk, with some heavy cream in there. I'll put some spices in there too. But right now I'm just cracking the eggs. There we go. And now I'm just pouring a little bit in, because we don't need much. Just a smidgen in there. And now as for the spices, I really don't measure them. I got onion powder. I'm just dumping some in. You add the spices to your taste. Garlic powder. Might have if I open this one. This is a brand new bottle. You can tell I use a lot of garlic powder. Anytime I have to open a new bottle, I just sprinkle some in. Basically, this is almost the same thing as my base for my keto enchiladas. And then chili powder. And then I will be whisking it with my whisk. Until it's well beaten. You're only going to need a little bit on the bottom of the pan to cook it. So you might get 2 of them out of here, since I used 3 eggs. And those are nicely beaten. So now I'm going to spray my pan with Pam. Even though it's non-stick, I still spray it. And turn on the burner. And get it warmed up. And then it's set a 1/4 cup measuring cup for the batter. Okay, I got my 1/4 cup measuring cup. And when you cook it, you got to cook it on low. I'm just waiting for the pan to heat up some. Because you don't want to cook it too high, it'll cook too fast. So, I'm just heating up the pan right now. Yeah, I can feel it's hot. And I just dump in like a 1/4 cup. Enough to cover the bottom of the pan. We're just going to move it around so the bottom is evenly coated. Now bring it around so you can see what I did. And then you put the lid on and you cook it on low for 2 minutes. I'll be back in 2 minutes. And you can see that it's set up already. Now all we got to do is unstick it from the pan, and I'm going to take it off the burner to do that. I'll be right back. Now I'm going to be transferring it from the pan to the plate. And it's done. That will be the base of the Eggs Benedict that I'm making keto friendly. I'll show you. I'll get you a better view now. Switching view. That is going to be the flour tortilla, even though it's made out of eggs. So, that's all you got to do for that. Now, I'll put that aside, and I'll do my poached eggs. Be back in a few. While I'm waiting for the water to boil, I'm going to start assembling what I can assemble. First thing I'm going to do is put the guacamole on a flour, well, I should say, I call it flour tortilla, but it's not really a flour tortilla. You just want a nice layer of guacamole on it. It does look like a corn tortilla. And get it nice and pretty for your egg to go on it. Okay. I'm going to turn my water off a minute while I assemble this. Okay. Now, I'm going to be putting Pico de Gallo on it. Because I like Pico de Gallo. And by the way, the guacamole that I got is actually keto because it don't have any sugar in it. It just has the main ingredients. And then you go and put some Pico de Gallo on it. That's how much I do. You wonder what the meat is? No, it's not going to be Canadian bacon. It is going to be Cajun turkey. Yes, I brought the spice today. I put a nice layer. I'm going to put a couple slices on there. There we go. And now, I'll switch back over to cooking the eggs. Now, the trickiest part about doing this is finding a way to prop up the ladle so it don't spill. So, I got a wooden spoon that I used to stir the stuff up with. I just got it propped up there. Then just gently crack it in there. And get the temperature up again. Just get the temperature up again. Then when it starts to boil, you turn it down to the simmer, which it should be almost there. I'll be back when the water boiling. I'll show you how to drop it in. This is for the people that don't know how to make poached eggs. So what we're going to do is we're just going to bring the water to a boil. Now it's at a simmer. We're just going to gently lower it down. You notice it's starting to cook. I'm just gently lowering it down, letting it sit up a little bit. And gently lower it. Down. Let some water in slowly. And it's fully submerged now. It keeps its shape that way. Now, since I like it more cooked this time, I'm going to cook it 5 minutes. So we'll be back in 5 minutes. Now what I'm going to be doing is getting my knife. I'm taking this out a little bit. You can see it's loose. See, it's loose? You probably could start another one if you wanted to, because it's actually floating. So, if it wasn't loose, you can use your knife to go all the way around it. But this way, with this cooking spray, it won't stick. Be back in a few. Now that it's done, I'm going to temporarily take it out of here. I want to drain some of the water off right back into the pan. So I use a plate to do that because I don't want a lot on the Eggs Benedict. And then I'll put it on there. And then I will actually get my Hollandaise sauce, which I already made, and put it on there, on the top. Yes, yesterday I did the blender Hollandaise sauce. I love Hollandaise sauce. And now I'll garnish it with some chives. What chives I don't use, I'm going to freeze. Yes, I like chives on eggs. Tastes so good. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like, all finished. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. Have a good day.